So yeah, that wasn't the final part. Now we've got to do another prove your worth for a thingy type level. But thankfully this one isn't as long or annoying as the tower one, so yay, I guess. I don't know.
Woo woo.
The
So
last
what?
two chapters are pretty much like meteor versions of Medusa's final level because this is the boss rush, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
basically.
another one, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we it's a boss rush of the not Medusa enemies. So we get
Yeah.
some of the more bizarre bosses, alongside like some actual level bits here and there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this weapon's one of the best ones I've ever made. Shut up, Palutena. You don't know me. You don't know my life. Oh, they're playing what they were playing Kid Icarus 8-bit theme. I forget
Yeah.
which one it was though. Um,
They're all moving across the screen like a shooting game, like explicitly like a shooting game.
I think that was the point, but uh,
Oh God, he's a dirty old man.
no, not really. He's actually probably one of the most straightforward guys in the entire game. He's just like, yeah, I'll make you a weapon, but I gotta make sure that you won't like kill people with it. So you gotta do some trials for me and stuff. He's pretty straightforward, which I guess is a nice change of pace because we've got so many bizarre characters before this. Another Death Star? How many of these things are there? I want one.
You're part of the quirky mini boss squad. You don't
Can't I
get
be
one.
on the Death Star?
You can be on it, but you can't have it.
Okay, well then what are you part of then?
Well, you're a quirky mini boss squad.
Okay, well the
I'm
quirky...
I'm at least penultimate final boss.
Damn it! Who's the real final boss then?
You two.
Uh, you two. I think the face formation is actually considered its own separate enemy in the trophy gallery. Although I haven't really looked at that in a couple of... Never.
I think it. Yeah, I think it is because after you shoot a certain amount of times, it splits.
Like, I, da, da. I don't know what I was going to say. Ignore me. Have you ever got... Okay, wait, now I know what I was going to say. You ever get that feeling, like, when you get to the very end of the game where you're just like, ugh, and you just sort of want it to end, but you've got, like, one more level before the final level, and you're just like...
Yeah.
That,
It was this level actually.
Yeah, the second to last level is always kind of the most annoying.
Well, it's just...
Yep.
It's always the level where I seem to get the biggest urge to give up, I find. I guess. Is more...
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, it's just like, it doesn't have the same exact, I don't want to say uplifting, but motivating factor as the final level dungeon, what have you. But it's
Yeah.
still it's generally just as difficult, if not more so, in a lot of cases. So I don't know. It just seems to be a traditionally irritating spot on games.
What do I do now? Head up those stairs. I'm sure Dentos will explain your next step.
Your first trial consists of 3 challenges.
Okay, well you called it the 3 trials, not the 5 trials, you dumb bitch. Name your trials better, thank you.
All sorts of
Yeah, that sort of irritated me. It's just like, it's what that reminds me of. It reminds me of when I'm at school and the teacher's like, okay, go to your textbook and do problems 1 through 5 for homework, and you're like, okay, 5 questions, sweet. You get-
5A, 5B, 5C, 5D.
Yeah. That's where they get you.
Yeah, that's what this first challenge is, because this first challenge is 3 boss fights interspersed with level bits here. And it's just like, okay, well, when I beat this, I'm like, okay, 3 bosses, 3 trials, I'm done, right? Nope. You just sort of
You
like,
have to show your work.
yeah, show my work. It's 2 plus 2. What, do you want me to like write it down in longhand or something?
You unlocked the door.
See you on the other side.
Okay, well, that was way too straightforward. I was expecting banter or something.
Nope.
I have to defeat this guy again?
Oh, he got his law license back. Good for you, Nick.
That majestic bird tried to kill me.
The bosses are basically the same exact thing in the
Yeah.
rush, right? I don't think they ever add any what's
No.
it called, like attacks or anything.
No, I think that it's the exact same bosses.
Okay. At the very least, they're just as short. Although I think I remember the Phoenix taking longer to kill when we were doing the actual level, so they might have lower health this time around. Maybe. I'm not
And
really sure.
considering that you didn't change your weapons, I will safe bet.
Probably.
They probably do that just so that, you know, since it's such a long level, you don't die. Probably just get cutting you a little bit of slack there. On that front,
Yeah.
at the very least. Well, thanks for the hearts I'll never use in the melon I didn't need treasure chest.
Hit on you. It's the end.
So don't freeze up like a lizard in roller skates.
Oh, his style is more deer in the headlights.
Okay, enough.
What?
Now, here's the thing. 'Cause I never came into contact with the Orns, but do they have an attack that signifies they're going to kill you in one hit, or is just running into them?
Just
You
running
just gotta
into them.
touch them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't attack you, but
They can touch you. They can frown you to death. No, I can't. I'm pretty sure at least one of these chests is a Mimikyu.
wouldn't surprise me knowing your luck. There it is.
There it is.
It's either just one of them, or all of them are fake.
I think
Well,
I'm telling you to cut
that-
that out, Ted.
That is a lot
Half
of
my
damage.
health bar. Come on.
I think it's because they pinned you on an invisible wall. You paranoid fuck.
Well, that's one way to find out.
Nope.
Oh!
you can't just shoot them to make sure. You have to. Okay, I don't think I shot it to kill it, but whatever. I'll take my blessing.
I think you poisoned it.
Yeah, I noticed
okay.
purple fog.
Okay. Hate these assholes. Okay, there we go.
What? What?
Juice!
What? What? What?
It's basically a turret you set up and it freezes enemies.
I think he's more wondering about why we have the head of the final boss of the first game with us.
That is a
Yeah.
good question.
Wasn't it several times larger than that last time we saw it?
Yeah.
Hey, bring it down to size, you know.
Huh.
Economical. This is nothing new. Ryan was making the God of War comparison earlier. We did the exact same goddamn thing with both Medusa and, what was it, Helios?
You use it as a fucking lamp in the third game, don't you?
Yeah.
Flashlight, my friend. Flashlight.
That's either the best or stupidest flashlight I've ever seen in my life.
Kratos rips off someone's head and uses it as a flashlight at some point.
Yeah.
That's
it was
what we're
the third
talking
Helios.
about.
It was Helios, yeah. It's like, I never actually finished God of War 2 or 3,
It was 3.
but I definitely remember doing the
It was
head
fairly
flashlight
early in
thing.
3.
Any reason why you never finished God of War 2 or 3? Because everybody...
I just got sidetracked, actually.
Well, 2 I can understand. 3,
Well,
yeah.
I thought God of War 2 was considered better.
Well,
than 1.
I never finished God of War 3 because I never owned it.
Oh, okay. 2 dragged for me a bit.
Okay, well, most, like...
I like 2 best.
Yeah, a lot of people, I thought, liked 2 the best, but... whatever, I guess.
I just have
Well-
a problem with its pacing, that's all.
Okay.
Part of it is also it's very much very, very similar to the first game, and
Well, that's just a sequel thing. They didn't, like, add any gameplay stuff. New... Or did they just do, like, a new weapons, new enemies sort of expansion pack deal?
it's one of the sequels that does kind of feel more like an expansion than a true sequel.
Uh,
Like, I have no problem with that, but it does make it feel samey.
Don't play it immediately after playing 1.
Yeah, that's sort of.
I think not changing a whole lot hurts more when you when the game comes out like right after.
No,
the first
2
game.
came out in about 2 years after, I think.
I think, yeah, there was a bit of a gap.
Yeah, that if it comes out like the next year, that's when it starts to feel a little bit.
It's not City to Origins or something.
Or
Yeah.
New Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Had a bit more gestation time.
I should play those eventually.
You have a PS3.
Later.
You can, like, if you're gonna get it, though, like, get, like, the God of War, was it Saga?
Yeah,
I know there's
that-
an HD collection with at least the first 2 games.
All
no,
three.
The
No,
God of War
there's
Saga, God of War Saga has,
For the 3 console games, it lets you download the 2 PSP games on your PlayStation Network.
yeah.
Oh. Should I even bother with the PSP games, though?
Well, I mean, more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Well, true.
Yeah, the PSP games are basically just more God of War. As like I think system power limitations made it so like they have less punch to them, but overall they're more or less in the same vein of quality.
All right. I just noticed that's one ridiculously huge hamburger.
Yum.
I'm going to get myself a ridiculously huge hamburger when we're done with this.
Well, you enveloped the entire screen this time.
So yeah, this dude's back for some reason. Do you think he's more or less random here than he was in the original level, though?
I don't know. I legitimately can't answer that.
So yeah, the Kraken's basically the same exact boss this time around too. So,
Yeah.
out. The only way you can dodge that laser attack is by doing the quick step thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tentafool. Huh.
Third evolution.
Yes, but you have to trade it.
Baby tentacle.
Yeah.
How do you get it to hatch? Do you have to trade it holding an item at a rock
On a Tuesday.
at night in April?
Oh, hi, Magnus.
And Gal. So this is basically a backwards version of the
Second boss fight,
of the
yeah.
second boss. So instead of him helping you, he's hurting. He's on the other team.
Mind you, he's still wielding just a sword, so as long as you keep your distance, there's not much Magnus can do to you.
Yeah.
Really, this
Gal,
is
on the other hand, has long range attacks.
Yeah.
actually, this is honestly probably the easiest out of the entire boss rush. This is probably one of the easier fights because
Well, because Magnus is a non-issue.
Magnus is a non-issue, and Dark Lord Gal, despite probably getting a damage buff for being in this part of the game, is still the second boss. And she drops a what's it called, a drink of the gods.
Gods.
So you're probably gonna be fine. So. So we never get to find out Magnus and Gal's backstory. So.
Well, I always just got their, friends.
Bounty hunter partners or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but still, there's obviously more to it than that, and they just never go into it. Damn it, we gotta make you not evil again. Sorry guys, it's gonna be another 3 parts.
What? What? What?
Yeah,
Pseudo Palutena.
What?
yeah.
What?
She basically functions just like she did in the Chaos Kin boss fight, though.
Yeah.
Good job there, Sonny.
There's just one trial left.
The last trial is the actual boss for the
Yeah.
for the whatever it's called.
Giving it to me? I don't have to do something horrible first?
That depends on your definition of horrible.
You know that this looks an awful lot like the boss that we had to fight in Chapter 8, the flight boss.
This looks like something that belongs in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
But if Final Fantasy had a mech fighting level.
Damn it,
13 it's
Seymour!
called-
How many forms do you have?
I was gonna say, I'm just thinking of Seymour from 10. It's like the last guy you would have run into. It's like, for fuck's sake.
Why? I know you fight him like 10 times, but does each fight have like 5
His forms are
forms?
so fucking annoying. Especially the one in Mount Gagazet. Hate that fucker.
Well, 10 has some pretty challenging boss fights, so yeah. It's
Never-
like...
Nicely done.
You can only use your Aeons once per turn and banishes them. And
Can't I just throw a volleyball at him and he'll die?
yeah, but then you'll counter with Lance of Atrophy and makes you a zombie and starts scaring you.
Basically, Seymour Flux is the reason I started charging up all my overdrives before every boss and then just spamming them.
Something tells me it was a bad idea giving Pit the ability to drive this thing.
He probably doesn't have a license, so.
Yeah.